right, so I'm trying to get a good lighting. I'm working on getting my office set up, and oh, it's just always so much going on, so that I have a place to sit and start doing more of my videos for my YouTube channel, because I want to keep building this with my journey as I continue from, when I was little, having the cancer, the tumor removed, and all that good stuff. And so today I just wanted to show you. So I left off, actually, what I'll say is I left off at, like, dental work, which I still go to Roswell. They have all my, teeth checked, dental work done. And anytime something looks suspicious, especially women's health, I've gone right back to Roswell to have, biopsies or anything that I need, because I don't play around with all that stuff. But I guess, if I left off where I started, it was just a few years of constantly going to the doctors, the chemo, the radiation, and what it's done, left the scar and the deformation and stuff like that. And there was a time where I went to Roswell to get reconstructive, or talk to them about reconstructive. And I did want it at one point, and then when they told me, the good and the bad, I decided I was better off where I was, because if they did surgery to correct this, they were talking about at that time, which was quite a few years back, where they would kind of cut a piece of your skin here and cut here and start to patch and grow the skin or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember a ton of it because I was freaked out then. But then they talked about doing microsurgery, where they actually took a piece of skin, probably more like a grafting, I would guess. But they would cut out the scar and take a piece of my skin and put it in there, and literally microsurgery, vessels to vessels. And then you have to wait to see if the skin took. If it died, you are at, ground zero again, which then I'm thinking, well, is there going to be a hole in my face? I'm like, yeah. So I believe I'm here for a reason, exactly the way I am, and this is the way I'm going to stay, scar and all. I'm not going to do any surgery. And now I'm 46, going to be 47. I just feel like, why bother? I used to use these apps, and I would make this side look like this side, so so my face was even, and I kind of look fat. So, but, there's the scar that I always hide. I'll show you. I'm going to show you. It's not comfortable for me. But, they wanted to cut this burn out from the radiation and put another piece of skin there. And if that didn't take, what? And I had, nothing there, I'm good. Another issue that we had with reconstructive was if they got in there, and because everything is really crusted and matted from the radiation, like it burns everything, like I talked about the teeth and stuff, that if they hit any of those nerves that are in there, and it did damage to the nerves, it's irreversible nerve damage. So I would look like I had a stroke. Right now I have all this, great movement. I remember being in that appointment, and they had me smile and they had me wink, and all this weird stuff, scrunching up my nose. And I have a lot of movement. The only thing I don't have, you will never see me do, is duck face. I will never do kissy duck face because I can't. I'm kind of sad about that because both my kids have beautiful puckers. I do not. Here's mine. It's crooked. See, so I do have a little bit of nerve damage in some parts. We all have a lazy eye, or, one bigger hand or one bigger boob or whatever the thing is, right? This eye, I always notice, is a little bit maybe lazier, droopier, whatever. But my pucker, I hate it. So you won't see me doing, hey, not me, ever. But when my kids do it, it's cute. So something that bothered me a lot growing up with a scar was pictures, and still to this day, I hate if someone takes my picture. I'm like, don't get my bad side, don't get my bad side. I literally have a real bad side, this side. It's not because, well, I guess if we have a bad side, we have a bad side, right? But I mean, mine's really bad. Like, this is my good one. You'll always see pictures like this. I kind of got a dimple. This side, no, no. I will never post a picture of myself like that. Anyways, here's a picture of my brother and I. And it's cute because I was so much bigger than my brother at that point, but he's way bigger than me now. But look at me. This is a really cute picture. I think I was 3.5 here. So you couldn't see any deformation of my face back here then in these days. And when I add more videos, I'll show you some more school pictures, which are just horrendous. Like I always question why the photographers made me sit like this with my scar. Like, come on, look at that. It's horrible. Why would you do that to anybody? Why wouldn't you let me sit this way? Because everybody was sitting the other way. So that really pissed me off. A lot of these things I don't think I'll ever come to terms with, but it is what it is. So that's that about, dealing with that and how I deal with it now. It's hard. I really don't. I try to hide it. I'm usually sitting just as I am, like doing this video. I teach yoga. I don't really worry about it teaching a class, but I worry about if it's recorded. I do. I worry about where the recording is going to be posted and who's going to see it. Why? I mean, I'm out here like this now. I don't really hide it so often, and I don't intend to keep hiding it, but I think the my whole body is just programmed to protect myself, to hide it. And that's just what I do. So I'm trying to unlearn, relearn what I've been doing my whole life. As for now, I just always keep up on doctor's appointments for things. I only go to Roswell for dental work right now. So, like I talked about in my last video, I like to go there because they know what's going on in my mouth, my jaw, these crazy things that are going on in there with my teeth. They are in great shape now and everything is fine. It's all maintenance, which is great. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to start doing some videos based on women's health, my journey that I've been on with nutrition, even talking about yoga, why I started practicing yoga and where I found yoga and all that good stuff. So if anyone has any questions, please drop them down in the comments below, and I'd love to make a video answering some questions. I know my YouTube channel is very new, and I'm not real good at this stuff yet, so I'm trying to toggle my way through and learn some of this YouTube stuff so that I can help others maybe to find comfort in the person that you are, irregardless of your outer shell. We all have flaws, whether they're, physical or, mental. And I really want to try to help people overcome, or I guess not even overcome, maybe just live with them, that we should be accepted the way that we are. And nowadays with all this social media and all these beautiful filters and all this stuff, I don't want to use those. I don't want to be who I am not. And it really makes it challenging, I think, for, the ones that are being themselves. And I don't judge people who use the filters. Go right ahead. But, when you see yourself out in public, you're not going to look like those filters. And I choose to be me, just the way I am. And I want others to start to comfort themselves the way they are. And if they're not feeling good about themselves, let's practice things that can make us feel good about ourselves. I know a lot of times with things I'm struggling with now with hormones, which I'll get into that. Some days it's a struggle. It's really hard to look at myself in the mirror and find that positive talk, So that's kind of why I'm doing these videos. I'm using my own experience, my own life journey to hopefully inspire others and, shed some light, some positivity, that things can get better. And it's a continual work process, I'll tell you that. It's always work, but it's a work I think, in my opinion, makes me feel really good about myself. So if you are viewing this, you may have seen it from my Facebook or my Instagram. I just want to let you know that my website is also my Facebook and Instagram. It's all The Yoga Room 108, and you can find all of my information that way. My website, my Facebook, and my Instagram. The Yoga Room 108. So I hope to come back on soon and keep updating. I have some cool recipes. They're not really my recipes, but I do intend on posting some videos of some simple healthy snacks that I make and how I cook. I've learned that nutrition journey, and I'm still learning it, and it'll be a learning process for life, I'm sure. So I'd like to share some of those things with you to see that, the kitchen doesn't always have to be a scary place or a place of work. It can be a place of therapeutic. It can be a place of singing, dancing, and feeding the soul, really feeding the body. and kind of, it's going to be unlearning what society teaches us is, work. Like, take a break. You don't need the kitchen. And it's like, no, we really do need the kitchen. If we're going to nourish our bodies properly and be healthy, we need our kitchens. We need to be in them and cooking. I'm not saying that you don't go out and indulge, because I do. Yeah, I do. It's not always the best thing, but I do it. Then I'm right back in my kitchen preparing healthy meals and things like that. So that's just a little more I want to add to my channel tonight. It's Saturday night, October 17th. I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening, and check back for more videos. Have a great night. Bye. Why is this not going off?